god! I just performed in front of thousands of people! I was so nervous that my hands became so sweaty. Phew. Keep it together, Ellie. You've already had this baby with you. I touched the box mask on my head. My performance was finally over. I was at backstage and about to go home when suddenly... Ouch! I bumped into a clumsy guy. OMG, my mask! That guy quickly adjusted his glasses right in front of my face. In his hand was a phone with a flashlight on. Oh damn, did he record my real face? Hold up, you must be wondering why I wore a box mask during my performance. Let's like and subscribe before I tell you about that. Hi, I'm Ellie, an ordinary 17-year-old Ellie, aka the extraordinary DJ EV. However, it's a secret to everyone. Even my audience are curious about my true identity. The reason why I have to do this is because of my illness. And also, I want to keep my private life out of trouble. Now guess who's gonna expose my true face after 2 years? Apparently, that guy was just as dazed as I was. But the worst was he knew exactly who I was.
You're DJ Eve?
Turn that thing off, now!
What thing?
I rushed in to get his phone, but he was way faster. His phone was kept out of my league. Did you just record me on camera? Give that to me!
You mean this? Jeez, that was dumb. I didn't...
How much do you want to get rid of that video? He was dumbfounded in a sec. I knew it! My trick never got old. It never failed. Well, I guess our deal is over. I'm leaving. I only need 3 seconds for this. 3, 2, 1.
Hey!
See? Such a classic handsome money hunger. I took a stack of $10,000 out of my purse.
I'll deal as long as you hire me as your bodyguard for $7,000 for 3 months.
Why do I have to do that while all I have to do is give him 10 grand at once and we're done? Of course I explained that to him, but he just refused my offer.
If you say no, I will post this video right away.
Okay, fine. I'll deal. Then he thanked me profusely.
I will not let you down. Thank you so much.
So after that day, he became my new bodyguard. Oh, I forgot to introduce. That weird guy was Lewis. Because there were no available vacancies in the team, I had to bring him to school as my classmate. However, his overprotectiveness had somehow turned me into an alien in front of everyone. It was pouring down that day. Lewis and I were on our way home. Suddenly, a speeding car came toward us. Huh? Want to splash water on me? Watch how I dodge it like a pro. Uh-oh.
Be careful. I'll get this.
And then, water splashed on Lewis from top to toe. Still, he smiled proudly like Spider-Man who had just saved Gwen from the hand of death.
Did you see it? Amazing, right?
If you don't get your butt here and help me, I'll dip your head into that puddle. Gosh, he had only one job to do but still failed. So I scolded him. Are you nuts? I told you no one can know that I'm famous. So can you just act like a normal human being for a sec? After that, I left in anger. Even though I was unhappy about him, I couldn't show too much attitude because he still had that video. Anyway, I thought he would behave differently. But clearly I was wrong. There was one time I was studying in the library. My bestie Jolly suddenly ran toward me. I got an A! I got an A! You must reward me with a barbecue party. Out of nowhere, Lewis appeared and he used some basic moves and easily blocked Jolly. Ouch! Ouch! Get your hands off me! Oh gosh, you're acting crazy. She's my friend.
You shouldn't trust anyone.
This knucklehead. I couldn't make him let go. That was it. I can't take this anymore. I'm not hiring you anymore. You're fired. He hastily released Jolly, and then...
Don't forget why you hired me.
The quarrel got everyone's attention, especially Jolly's. She kept questioning me. I knew I couldn't keep it under wraps anymore, so I decided to tell her everything. You're DJ EV? And he's your bodyguard? Shh! I'm sorry. Did I hurt you? I'll make it up to you. She looked at me for a moment from top to toe. How about you give me this? I'll consider that an apology. Jolly had always been as innocent as ever. Then I told her about the video that Louis was keeping. Jolly claimed that she could go to the set with me to help me watch him out. Also, she could help me take the video from him. The following days, Jolly came to my performances more frequently. She suggested I invite Louis over for dinner. Then he wouldn't be able to resist my cooking skill. I could put some purge into his dish and bam! He would definitely go to the toilet without his phone. Haha! Brilliant! As planned, I invited Louis to my house and bought some ingredients to cook spaghetti. Okay, let's do this. Put spaghetti into the pan. Why is it burning? I struggled, not knowing what to do. Suddenly, from behind, a hand hurriedly turned off the gas stove. He even used a fire extinguisher to blow the pan away.
You should sit aside.
And so I had to sit still and watch him cook. The way he protected me was also quite charming. No! I couldn't miss the only chance I had. I slowly appeared from behind him and tried to reach out to take the phone in his pocket.
Huh?
Whoop! My heart skipped a beat. What was wrong with me? There's no way I quickly pushed him away. My face was as red as a ripe tomato.
My mom is also very clumsy, and she can't cook just like you. So I just want to protect.
His words had touched my heart. Then we talked and started to get to know each other. Suddenly, Louis asked me,
Why do you wear a box on stage?
I took a deep breath, then decided to confess about my illness. I've been suffering from stage fright. When I was younger, I used to be on stage and then became a clown in front of my classmates for failing the performance. I was so heartbroken and scared, until I found this box right next to me. I just felt better with it on my head.
But I think you look cooler without it. You're doing great. Trust me.
We looked at each other as if time had frozen. Louis charmingly ran his hand through my hair, and it was crazy. We even almost had a kiss.
Huh?
The water is boiling. I have to turn it off. That night, I totally forgot about taking the video from his phone. The only thing that came to my mind was a romantic image of him. Uh-oh. Then I told Jolly about the dinner. OMG! Are you out of your mind? He's been using that video to blackmail you. But he even tricked me to spoil your secrets. You can't trust him. He will release everything to the media. I couldn't believe Louis would stab me in my back. So I swore to keep my distance from him.
Huh?
However, in the following days, Louis acted not like a regular bodyguard. He treated me differently. He tied my hair, helped me put my shoes on, or even wiped my mouth. Once, while I was interacting with my audience, a fan was shaking my hand. Then suddenly, he jerked back and grabbed my box with both hands in front of 100 people. I wish I could tell you how terrified I was. While my bodyguards were all confused, Louis didn't hesitate to push the man away. Then he carried me out of the event.
I'm here. Don't worry.
Maybe Jolly was thinking too much. In order to thank him and also show my gratitude, I decided to buy Louis a watch. The next morning, I was on my way to Louis's house when suddenly there was a call from my agency.
Ellie, where are you? Your face and your identity have been released on the internet. We're trying to settle this, but...
Louis, did he really betray my trust? All this time I thought he had feelings for me.
What's going on?
I lost control and gave him a slap, then threw the watch at him. You freaking liar! You said you wanted to protect me, but you sent that video to the press!
The video? What are you talking about?
I was so mad that I didn't hear any explanation from Louis. I I cried like a baby and immediately talked to Jolly. I knew it! Told you not to trust that brat! Then she ran downstairs to make some comforting coffee for me. During that time, I noticed a message pop up on Jolly's phone. I accidentally saw those words. Evie's photos are sharp enough. You will be paid $3,000 for those. I froze in shock. The one behind all of my troubles was Jolly? My bestie? It turned out that she followed me to my stage to record my face behind the mask. When Jolly stepped in, I immediately rushed to confront her. It was you! Stabbed me in the back and blamed Lewis, you evil witch! She didn't pretend anymore. She finally revealed her true, greedy, and money-hunger self. You were the one to blame Lewis. You trusted him, and he trusted you, remember? And I trusted money. Money was everything for Jolly, and she refused to care about anything but money. I swatted her hand away, snatching back my necklace. Stay away from me. You'll pay for what you've done. A few days later, my agency had to hold a press conference. I had to reveal my true identity to the public there. I could only close my eyes and shake my hands and legs. But when I recalled Lewis's encouraging words, I finally had the strength to confess. I always had to wear this box mask because of my stage fright. I was so scared that I'd screwed it up and that I would let my audience down. But a guy came and told me that I don't have to wear this heavy helmet. And so I had enough courage to stand in front of everyone without it. Everyone became silent. My limbs were shaking even worse. Suddenly, an audience stood up and shouted, "You did a great job!" Then many people also stood up to show their support. I was wrong to think that they would be judgmental. The fact was, they all sympathized with my illness and encouraged me to do well. My audience also condemned Jolly's evil action. She lost all her friends at school, and of course no guy would date such a greedy and mean girl. As for me, thanks to everyone's encouragement, I decided to put off my mask and perform as DJ Ellie. I decided to face my stage fright for the sake of those who loved and supported me. But there was one thing I still had to do. I met Lewis and found out everything. As it turned out, his mom was seriously ill, and he couldn't find a job that allowed advance payment for her medical treatment. The moment he met me at the concert, Lewis was just turning on the flashlight to find something, and that caused our misunderstanding.
I'm sorry because there was no video. I just wanted to find a job. I wasn't expecting that.
That you had feelings for me, right? We looked at each other's eyes dumbfounded. We decided to give each other a second chance. Because it is what we both deserve, isn't it? Oops! Sorry, didn't see ya. This devil. Who did she think she was to kick my books? What the hell are you doing? Oh, hold on. Do you think I would react like that for real? Unfortunately, I didn't. In fact, I just silently put my books back in my bag. You might want to pity me because I was so invisible, right? Well, no worries. It was just my cover. Hi, I'm Nora, 18. If you want to know why I did that, then like and subscribe to our channel. Since high school, I had found a way to make myself as unremarkable as possible. I always believed that as long as no one noticed me, I could avoid all dramas, and so study and finish high school in peace. Queen of high school was like my family tradition. My grandmother, my mother, even my aunt were all like the hottest girls in high school, but I didn't want to follow their leads at all. Plus, I was hiding a secret. I had this great passion for rock and roll and had been a drummer in a rock band called Jackpot. This is who I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Jackpot! Congratulations!
Yay! After the contest, my members suggested going out to celebrate, but I refused. Because I had to get home before my mom found out that I wasn't in my room.
Nora, wait!
It was Austin, 19 years old, the bass guitarist, not only handsome, but also a downtown bank president's son. On top of that, I don't understand what this flower thing means.
Nora, actually, I've been into you for a while now. Will you be my girlfriend?
Oh, why all of a sudden? I mean, I've never been in this situation before. I don't think I like him at all. But if I told him that, things in the band would be a mess. What should I do now? Austin looked at me, waiting for the answer. Austin, I don't feel that way for you. I think.
Hey, the contest is over. Why are you still... What is this?
Here it is. Cameron, aka my childhood best friend, aka my neighbor, aka my lifesaver. Maybe he was done with waiting for me, so he went inside. Gosh, why did I feel cold all of a sudden?
Is this guy bothering you? What is he to you? It's none of your business. Let's go.
These two people! They were pulling my hands off. To put an end to this embarrassment, there was one thing I could do. Enough is enough! As I was leaving, Cameron immediately chased after me.
You will be mine, I swear to God.
After the contest, I came back to my own little world. But my classmates were too talkative. Wow, who is this handsome? Really? That's the son of the president of the Gold Sanchez Bank, Austin Sanchez. How pitiful you don't know who he is. Anyway, I will definitely marry him one day. Zoe, the beauty queen of my class, was bragging about some rich guy who was a match with her money and power because her family owned the Z Fashion Group. To be honest, I couldn't hear what she said. There were only drum beats in my head then.
Hey, wanna see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 today?
Sounds good, bro.
Great. I'll pick you up at 8.
Okay. As soon as I opened my locker, tons of roses fell out. Yes, I almost drowned in them. Who? Who made this stupid goddamn prank? I could feel those strangers' eyes were all on me.
Knock it off. Nothing to watch here. Go away.
He took me out of the chaotic hallway. It was a challenge to escape the curious crowd, but we made it. I could finally heave a sigh of relief. Well, you can let go now. Cameron also noticed that he was still holding my shoulder, and he quickly let go of me.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Right then, I heard the sound of a horn. A sport bike came from nowhere and stopped right in front of us. Austin got off the bike, and in his hand was a bouquet of roses. It was him! That bastard who stuffed roses into my locker was Austin!
Nora, this is for you.
I took the roses and threw them at him. Everyone's jaw dropped to see what happened. I don't need this! Just leave me alone!
What's wrong? Why? Oh, back off. She said leave her alone. Who are you to tell me to back off?
Austin angrily rushed over and grabbed Cameron's collar. Cameron also grabbed back. I was so confused and shocked that my body went numb. The fight was only over when my homeroom teacher showed up and got the boys to the office. I was about to follow them, but Zoe and her girls stopped me. Come with me. Before I could react, she pushed me into the room. What are you doing? Open the door! Open the door! This is all your fault. You stole my Austin from me. Now enjoy the darkness. God, I couldn't breathe normally. I hated darkness and also had a fear of confined spaces. Zoe, she was losing her mind. I had no idea how long I had been in there. My body was drained and I couldn't bang on the door or cry for help. At that moment, I thought of Cameron. Gosh, I wish he was here to rescue me from this place.
Nora, where are you?
Hold on. I didn't mishear, did I? It was Cameron! Cameron! I'm here!
I heard you. Stay back.
In the blink of an eye, the door was wide opened. Cameron appeared at the door like a hero.
Don't be scared. I'm here.
When I regained consciousness, I found myself in the hospital. Cameron and Austin were also in the room.
Nora? Nora? Do you feel better now? Don't move. I'm calling the doctor right now.
Even an idiot could tell these lads were in a war to win my heart. Austin always pursued me enthusiastically, never missed a chance to ask me out, but I always saw him as my teammate. And Cameron, he chose to be charming and took care of me little by little. He was nice, but we had been best friends for like forever. How could I fall in love with my bestie? Right then, Zoe showed up. What was she doing here? She walked toward me like it was nothing and showed me her phone. On the phone was the photo of Cameron stuffing flowers into my locker. What was that? You knew I hated flowers and hated attention, but you still turned me into a freaking clown? You're horrible! I rushed out of the room in anger. Cameron immediately chased after me. Austin was about to follow his lead, but Zoe stopped him. Because of the flowers, I didn't talk to Cameron anymore. We didn't go home after school together anymore, and I finally focused on practicing with my band for the upcoming important contest. After 2 weeks, I still refused to make up with Cameron. As I was lying on my bed and looking at our photos, I only felt empty and heavy-hearted. Even when Zoe made fun of me at school, I didn't even bother because my mind was filled with the images of Cameron. I remembered how sad he was that day, and so my heart dropped. Was I being too harsh on him? Soon, it was time for the contest. We'd been practicing hundreds of times, and I was so sure that we'd do well this time. Oh no! The whole band gathered together. On the floor were 2 broken drumsticks.
Who could do this to us?
I don't know.
Do we have spare ones?
No, we don't. They were all broken. No drumsticks means no performance. And we're finished. What could I do when there were 10 minutes left until our stage? I was really panic-stricken. I didn't want my band to lose their glory because of me. My members comforted me, but seeing how worried they were, I just couldn't take it anymore. At this moment, my mind suddenly appeared the figure of a person. Should I call him? I hesitated, but when I looked at the band, I realized I had to do it. So I phoned Cameron, but he didn't pick up. Cam, if you get this voicemail, please take the drumsticks from my room and bring them to me ASAP. Please, I need you. I don't know if Cameron would make it here or not, but for now, I could only count on him. There were only 3 minutes left. My band members gradually lost hope when they couldn't find the replacement drumsticks for me. Standing behind the curtains, I looked down at the audience, heartbroken with disappointment.
Nora!
Suddenly, I felt the string of hope again. Just like when he rescued me from that room, or when he always appeared when I needed him the most. I couldn't stand but rush to hug him tight. You came.
I tried to come ASAP.
Do you bring the... I turned speechless when Cameron opened the drumstick box. There were 2 brand new drumsticks which I had always wanted to have. I looked at him in surprise. When Cameron was about to say something, Austin interrupted.
It's time. Let's go on stage. Go. We'll talk when the contest is over.
I took Austin's hand and we stepped on stage. Our performance was out of expectation. When I finished the last drum beat, the audience's incessant applause made me burst into tears. I turned to look at the wings. Cameron was there with a smile and our eyes met. Soon, it was time to announce who was the winner. The name Jackpot was shouted out. We made it! Both Austin and I, as well as the members, couldn't hold back our tears and joy. And in the audience, I saw Cameron. He gave me a thumbs up and smiled.
What's wrong, crying baby? Aren't you happy that I came?
I thought you would never come.
How could I miss the performance of the girl I like?
I suddenly blushed. My heart rate skyrocketed. I mustered up the courage to hug Cameron.
You guys need to hear this.
Behind Austin was Zoe. I was quite surprised to see her here. She timidly walked towards me.
What did you do? Say it.
I broke your drumsticks. What?
After the incident, I was also looking for a pair of replacement drumsticks when I caught Zoe doing something stealthily in the waiting room. She was sus, so I asked the security to check the camera. As I expected, she was the one who did it.
Because I envied you. I don't understand why such an ordinary girl like you is being pursued by two boys. You had no idea how much I liked Austin. I was so pissed off.
And?
I'm sorry. It's fine. I'm not mad at you, Zoe. I forgive you. Perhaps because she felt ashamed, Zoe ran away in tears. Austin seemed confused to see it, but then chased after her.
So, what about us?
What about us?
This was prepared for you. And I want to ask you, will you be my girlfriend?
I was touched to hear his words and was literally dumbstruck that I didn't know how to react properly. Cameron looked at me expectantly, but seeing me confused, he seemed disappointed. Yes! So, Cameron and I are now officially dating. Of course, our families are also very supportive. Austin has also accepted the fact that our relationship is nothing more than teammate. And Zoe, after that incident, she always finds opportunities to make up with me. She is not very obnoxious, is she?
Slow down. Easy. Don't trip.
Ta-da! What do you think? It's amazing, right? Are you messing with me, Dad? A freaking Barbie toy house? Yeah. Didn't you always want one? Yeah, I kept begging for a Barbie dream house. Jesus Christ, I meant a real house, not a toy.
Wait, what? Aura?
I'm talking about a full-on Barbie-style house with an elevator and a slide all in pink. Ugh, this is so frustrating. So, what about this one? Seeing that tiny toy house just pissed me off even more. If I wanted it, I could buy it myself. Who needs to beg Dad for that? A toy house? No way. I smashed that house right in front of him. It's high time he built his Barbie princess a real one. Or he could just buy it. Whatever works. Okay, y'all might hate me for being such a diva, but listen to my story. You'll get why. My little Barbie, don't be sad. Mommy will find a way to make Daddy see sense. Hey there, I'm Aura, but you could call me the real-life Barbie. Anything I want, my millionaire parents can get for me, even if it means plucking stars from the sky. And I ain't kidding. From when I was little, I was showered with all Barbie things because my mom loved the brand. She promised to turn me into a Barbie princess, and voila! Here I am. Today, I've got a whole Barbie-themed day planned. Come with me. First stop, the beauty salon for a VIP Barbie treatment. Ugh, pure bliss. I overhear the staff whispering about a hottie walking down the street. I've been on the lookout for my Ken for ages, but it feels like forever. Back home, I overhear my parents talking. The mood is kinda tense. You should have known what our girl wanted. She doesn't need a toy house.
You spoil her rotten. That's why she's so entitled.
What's the big deal in buying a new house?
It's not that simple. What if she wants a whole palace next?
Duh, we can build one for her.
I can't believe it. When I was 16, I worked extra shifts at the community center just to save up for a rental.
Just then, the doorbell rings. Oh, my order! I open the door, grab the box, and totally forget to say thanks. But hey, who cares?
Aura! Don't tell me you bought another pair of shoes. Your room's like a shoe store already.
No, I don't have this brand yet. They're the latest trend, Dad.
Do you realize some kids out there have just one pair? Do you see? Do you feel any regret?
Chill, Dad. We're loaded. My parents exchanged glances. Some kind of silent talk going on there.
We're wealthy because we work damn hard for what we have.
Your dad said at 16 he worked extra because he earned so little, and we're proud of that. How tough can working there be?
You wouldn't last a week. You're so pampered, Aura. So disappointing.
Ugh! Watch me. If I volunteer at the local daycare for a week, I get my Barbie house. Deal?
Actually, not a bad idea.
All right, it's a bet. So I decided to hit the local daycare the next day. All I have to do is serve food, clean up, and play with the kiddos. Piece of cake. The next day, my chauffeur drops me at the daycare. I talk big, but man, I was kinda nervous. I'm so used to being waited on, and now I'm the one doing the serving. But I need that Barbie house, so gotta hustle. As I walk in, all the kids stare. What? Never seen a queen before? I approach the counter to introduce myself to the dude there. His name's Justin. Suddenly, the kids rush me. It's Barbie! Princess Barbie! They're kinda cute, to be honest. But a kid grabs my dress and rips it. My favorite dress! Ruined! Before I can explode, Justin steps in.
Lunchtime's coming up. Let me show you the kitchen.
I obediently followed him. But spoiler alert, things didn't go super smooth after that.
Ow! Hot! Too hot! Dude, you gotta be more careful.
Justin shot me a look before leading the kid back to his seat. Gosh, who knew this gig would be so tough? I thought it'd be as straightforward as bowling. Justin then nudged me over to the bread distribution area. Let me guess, your parents made you work here too, right?
Nah, I've been volunteering here for a few years.
Volunteering? That's odd. Who works for free anyway? Lunch was over and all the kids had hit the hay. So I snuck a peek at my phone to scope out some new shoes.
Not grabbing lunch? There's still some soup left.
Ew! I'm not touching that. I'll whip up something myself. That's right, folks. Your girl said she'd cook. I trailed Justin back into the kitchen, and bam! Hundreds of dirty trays were there. Can you get someone to clean this up? I need to make lunch here.
Nah, we're cleaning this up ourselves.
Huh? I've never washed dishes and have no clue how to.
Here, suit up. I'll guide you.
No other choice, right? So after adjusting the apron, I headed to the sink. I picked up a spoon and, oh snap, I'm drenched. Was there a tsunami or what?
You're such a dork.
Then Justin wipes my face with a cloth. Man, he's kinda cute and caring. We tidied up the mess, and an hour later, we were done.
All done. What are you feeling for lunch?
I think I'll make some spaghetti.
You sure you can? Handle that yourself?
His words hit my pride like a wrecking ball. I puffed up and shouted in his face. Heck yes, I'm not a baby.
Yeah, even little Minnie here can make spaghetti.
He walked away. Okay, boil water, drop the pasta, and wait. Easy peasy. But while waiting, I got distracted shopping on my phone. The pot tipped and water splashed everywhere. Oh shoot! Fire! Panicking, I grabbed the nearest liquid to douse the flames. I found a can, heaved it up, and splashed its contents onto the fire. But the flames roared even more. What the hell? Ah! Justin rushed over, finding me shell-shocked on the floor.
You idiot! That's motor oil! Why'd you pour oil on fire?
I don't know. I'm sorry. He quickly used the fire extinguisher, but the damage was done. A chunk of the kitchen was burned.
Listen, you're here to help these kids, but you're dressed like a princess. What are you trying to prove? If you're here just because your parents made you, then just leave.
I felt like every eye was on me, like a kid getting scolded. I was hurt, but I couldn't argue back. Justin was right. I was useless. A tiny tap on my shoulder. Hi, Barbie. Eat this. Thank you, sweetie. I'm Minnie.
Minnie, why are you here?
I couldn't look Justin in the eye after my disaster. How could I stay after that? My shoe broke again, Justin. It looks like a hungry crocodile.
Cute, huh? But we've got to fix it. Use this tape till I can glue it.
Okay. Why did I feel so embarrassed?
Aura,
I jumped when Justin called my name.
I'm sorry for lashing out. I'm sorry, okay?
It's cool. You were right.
Want to make amends?
Of course I did.
Come early tomorrow. Let's throw Minnie a birthday party.
That night, I ordered Minnie some cool sneakers as a birthday gift. First time a pair of shoes felt so meaningful. And I couldn't stop thinking about Justin and his words. Not like Ken's sweet-talking Barbie, but why did I miss him? I barely know him. Surely I wasn't crushing. I didn't even know what this feeling was. The next day, we decorated the house for Minnie's birthday. Flowers, gifts, and cake. Simple stuff, but Minnie's eyes sparkled with joy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Minnie blew out the candles.
Make a wish?
What did you wish for? Let me guess. Toys? Mm-mm. New clothes? No. I wished for everyone here to live in a prettier house. Ooh. Pink would be awesome. She didn't wish for herself. Post-party, Justin suggested we get Minnie a Barbie house.
We can't build a real house, but let's make a toy one. She'd love it.
Man, I once trashed a Barbie house my dad gifted me. This is the best gift ever! Thank you! Suddenly, she cried. I thought it was from happiness, but it wasn't. I miss my dad so much. He promised me a Barbie dream house, but he's not coming back. They say he's in this faraway place called heaven. And that was the moment I knew what I had to do. Family's the real prize, right? That day, the first thing I did when I got home was hug my dad tight. Whoa there, looks like our princess got a whiff of that new home smell today. What's that now? To my surprise, Dad dangled some keys in front of me.
A deal's a deal. We're so proud you wrapped up your week at the kids' camp.
Right, a week had flown by. I couldn't believe how fast time went.
Well, what do you think?
It's awesome! I totally love it! Sweetie, you don't seem all that jazzed. It's not that. I'm just, can we, gift this house to the kids at the camp?
Gift it? But isn't this the dream house you've always wanted?
No, Dad. I think this gift would mean a lot more if we gave it to those who really need it. That's our girl, huh? It was truly a stunning 3-story pink house, complete with a slide and a swimming pool. This is freaking amazing, Barbie!
Aura, I'm so grateful for what you're doing for these kids. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Our family will forever be in your debt.
I grinned at the woman. This was the first time I'd felt this kind of happiness.
OMG! Run! The royal soldiers are coming!
Axel grabbed my hand and we bolted. The pounding of horse hooves got closer. Panic spread through the marketplace.
Round them all up. Search the whole ship. These pirates stole treasures from the royal ship.
I command you to stop!
Little miss, who gave you the right to talk here?
We were dragged away, one by one, as the villagers pleaded for us. I snapped awake as the maid pulled back the curtains.
Princess, your etiquette class starts in 20 minutes.
Ugh, I wanted to wake up to birds chirping and waves crashing, not some maid nagging about school time.
Is the princess up yet?
Okay, I'm up. Jeez. Groggily, I got out of bed, slipped into my slippers, and headed for the bathroom. Hey there, I'm Elizabeth, a princess from a small European country. Everyone thinks being a princess is all fun and games, but trust me, it's not. Before we go on, like and subscribe, okay? Join me for my boring etiquette class today. To be honest, I've done this class a few times already. 1, 2, 3, ugh!
Keep your back straight, Elizabeth, or that crown will fall.
I was born a princess, not to be a model.
Rules are rules, young lady. Behave.
Trying so hard and still disappointing Dad and the instructor? I'm so done with this. I wish I could turn into a seagull and just fly away. Whenever I ask Dad about the outside world, I always get the same reply.
It's dangerous out there. You're safe here.
The vast sea and its crashing waves, pure freedom. I've always loved reading sea adventures and dreamed of sailing.
This is not suitable for a princess. If you don't listen, I'll ban you from the royal library.
I've reached my boiling point. That's it. I decided to run away from this nonsense. That night, I planned my escape while everyone was asleep, but luck wasn't on my side. Caught right away. But I didn't give up. Over the next few days, I worked on another epic escape plan. Yep, I stole it from the storage room. Tonight, I'm ghosting out of here right under their noses. Alright, it's go time. Gonna do this, then that. Darn, it's so heavy. I took a deep breath, prepping to sneak out. The hallway was clear, perfect as I planned out. But as I took a step, OMG! Just my luck! I must have stole some old rusty armor from my great-grandpa's era. Whatever. I'd pick it up and just go. Slowly, super slowly. Oops. Then I heard footsteps. Gotta move before I get busted. Dad would ground me for life.
Hey, where's your post? The princess. You need to guard her room super tightly. Wait, why are you so short? Are the royal guards recruiting hobbits now or what?
The king needs more guards. Get going now.
He ran off. Phew, that was close. I made it to the palace gates. I just say the princess ordered me out and I'm good. Easy game. I grabbed my bag and made a beeline for the harbor. No plan yet, but I'll figure it out. The harbor was bustling. Oh no, the ship's about to leave. Gotta hurry. Oh!
My bad. Sorry.
It's cool, just in a rush.
Huh?
I dashed to the ship, but when buying a ticket, I realized this wasn't my bag. What the heck? Oh, great. What now? Think. Suddenly, I saw some folks struggling with heavy chests. All right, next plan would be hide in here till the ship's about to dock, then make an exit. Perfect. But my joy was short-lived. The ship began shaking violently. Water rushed in. What's happening? OMG, it's sinking! The waves tossed me around. Help me!
Dad, someone's over there. We need to get closer.
As my strength faded, I felt myself being pulled out of the water. Everything blurred and I couldn't see my savior. Then everything went black. I slowly opened my eyes.
Mom, Dad, she's awake.
Pirates? Hey, who are you all? Guard! To their surprise, I figured maybe they weren't that bad, considering they did save me after all.
Hey there, I'm Axel.
Huh? What? I recognized him. He's the dude who took my bag, but claimed some other guy swiped it.
So where's my bag?
Clearly, it's somewhere at the bottom of the ocean with that chest. Guess we're square then. After donning some rad pirate clothes, I dashed to the bow to take in the beauty of the sea, but a massive wave rolled in and made me super queasy.
Hey, you good?
Nope, definitely not. My head's spinning and my stomach's churning. I think I'm gonna... Bleh.
Oh no. Dad, seasickness alert.
I apologize.
We should turn the ship around and take the young lady back to land.
His words snapped me back to reality. Even though I was still dizzy, I knew why I left and wasn't about to head back. I'm fine. Let me stay. I can, clean and tutor Axel.
You can read and write?
Duh! The king himself taught me math.
What?
Look, 550 divided by 2 is 275, not 250, you dope.
Oh snap, you're right.
Phew, almost blew my cover there. The pile of rigid knowledge from my father helped me out. I I can't let them know I'm royalty. Gotta keep this a secret. From then on, I stayed with Axel's family on their pirate ship. Sometimes I wonder if my father's out looking for me. But whatever. Freedom's sweet here. Even if I can't stomach their canned meat, things are good. Axel taught me how to fish for the yummy grilled dish that magically filled my hungry stomach. Man, I thought I was gonna starve.
If my dad finds out I made a fire on the ship, he'd kill me.
Why's that?
What are you two up to? Nothing, sir. You two, put that fire out before it catches the fishing nets.
The moonlight reflected beautifully on the shimmering waters.
Come here, I'll teach you how to steer.
Really? I'm not sure I can.
No worries, been doing this since I was 5.
I'll give it a shot. The moment I grabbed the wheel, it felt like I had the entire ocean in my grasp. I'd never forget this moment. I gotta go to sleep. See you tomorrow, I said, running off, leaving a confused Axel behind, trying to hide my tomato red face. Next morning, I spotted Axel and his dad lugging a finely crafted chest. It looked a lot like the royal ones. Did you get these from the royal ship?
Yep, but Dad says it's not stealing in the bad sense.
Stealing is wrong. Can't believe you guys do this.
Chill, Elizabeth. Let me show you.
I was mad until we docked at a small island. The islanders rushed to greet us. Turned out, Axel's family redistributed stolen goods from the corrupt royals to the needy islanders. Thank you, miss. We're so grateful. Dad always taught me to care for our people, and here I was doing it, but differently. Suddenly, there was commotion, and the sound of galloping horses got closer.
Run, Elizabeth! Royal Guards!
In the chaos, I lost grip of Axel's hand. Axel, where are you? Just then, a royal guard planted his spear right before me.
Seize them all, filthy thieves!
I command you to stop.
Yo, you sly dogs! Took me a hell of a time to trap you all.
Both me and Axel's fam were caught and taken to the palace. As we stepped in, everyone recognized me as the princess. Axel's fam was shook. Axel, dude was so stunned he couldn't even speak. The king was stoked, but against what I expected. He ordered Axel's entire family to be jailed.
These people kidnapped the princess and committed royal theft. Lock them up till their trial.
What? No, it wasn't like that. Despite my pleas, Dad just wouldn't hear me out. I knew he had been itching to nab these pirates for a while, and the princess kidnapping thing was just an excuse to stack charges. All I could do was visit and feed Axel's family daily. I felt guilty. Was it my fault they got nabbed? I sent up a prayer to the vast sea, begging for a sign to help him out. Please. Then I heard this crazy noise. It wasn't from the palace, but from the far horizon. I squinted, seeing dark specks appearing in the sky, growing bigger and bigger. Oh my god! A swarm of seagulls was flying in! This was weird. They were flying against the current. Meanwhile, in the cells, Axel's family sensed the odd vibes too. When he saw me, he jumped up, face all panicky.
The tide's receding super fast, right, Elizabeth? See those bubbles on the water surface? Like it's boiling or something.
After my firm nod and the weird seagull behavior, Axel's dad's face spelled terror.
I smell this foul stench, and it's getting hotter.
What's happening? Tell me!
I've heard of a devastating tsunami from thousands of years ago. Wiped out an entire country. The ocean's warning us. We need to act fast!
I quickly informed my dad, but he brushed it off thinking the pirates were spinning tales. That night, the rain poured like crazy. I sneaked into the royal library to find that ancient book. Found it! The historic records of the tsunami. I hurriedly showed it to my father. His hands trembled and his eyes widened in horror.
We'll be safe if we stay put. Outside, it's dangerous.
No, we're doomed if we just stay here. Without waiting for my dad, I dashed out, alerting everyone of the looming disaster. Axel's family was released to help evacuate the citizens.
Everyone, follow me!
Luckily, Axel's family could read the winds, leading us to higher ground. Massive waves crashed just as we reached safety. Mother Nature was furious, tearing apart homes, even the sturdy palace gates. The king approached Axel's family, bowing in gratitude.
On behalf of our nation, I thank you all.
Then he turned to me.
My daughter, I'm proud of how you protected our people.
He decided to reward Axel with a royal commander position, but he turned it down.
You know, I just want to be free with the sea.
I looked at Axel, his face glowing in the sunset's embrace. I'll strive to be a good princess, looking out for my people.
We'll cross paths, someday, for sure.
I pinky swore to Axel before he and his fam boarded their ship ready to sail. The king entrusted them with supplies for distant islanders. Y'all looking forward to our reunion? As for me, I know that no matter the distance, Axel's always there, in my heart. I was trapped, my hands tied tightly to a cold metal chair. Xavier was trying to help me escape, his eyes wide with fear.
Any last words?
The mafia boss stood in front of us, his face swallowed by shadows. When he raised his gun, my heart pounded wildly in my chest. And then... I woke up. The ringing phone pulled me out of the nightmare. I answered it, still trembling. Xavier?
Ada, I found him! I know who the boss is!
Xavier! I screamed, but the line went dead. My mind whirled, the silence more terrifying than any nightmare. I stood at the edge of the cemetery, the umbrella barely shielding me from the pouring rain. The police chief stepped up.
We are here to honor Xavier, a brave officer who sacrificed his life investigating an international money laundering mafia.
I stayed silent, eyes fixed on the coffin, remembering the last phone call and everything that had happened before this terrible day. Hey there, I'm Ada from New York. I know you have a ton of questions, like why I'm involved in such dangerous work and why we're starting with such a sad event. Well, everything began when I was just a kid with dreams of becoming a super cool policewoman protecting the world, and I worked my way up to achieve that dream. On my first day at the police station, I realized I was the only girl in the task force. My fellow officers showered me with attention, calling me the flower of the station. They bought me breakfast, invited me for coffee, and often gave me little gifts. The guys competed for my attention. Life was great, but I was determined to prove I was more than just a pretty face. The police chief introduced me to the team, and that's when I met Xavier and our buddy Rafa. Xavier welcomed me with a warm smile and immediately put me at ease.
Welcome to the team, Ada. Don't worry, we've got your back.
Rafa, on the other hand, was cheerful and a bit shy.
Hi, Ada. I'm Rafa. We're really glad to have you on the team.
And so the three of us quickly became an unbreakable team. Our first mission was a tough one, capturing an escaped prisoner. Approaching the abandoned house, the three of us exchanged determined looks.
Okay, Ada will take the left side, Rafa the right. I'll go in from the front.
We worked seamlessly, understanding each other's silent signals, and achieved great success after success. One evening, after an especially exhausting mission, we sat in the break room, reminiscing about the times we had shared.
Remember when Rafa tried to distract the suspect with a magic trick?
Hey, but it worked, didn't it? You're just jealous because I had the best trick.
We all laughed heartily, and those were some of the best days. And yet, tears streamed down my cheeks.
Ada, hey!
I snapped back to reality, realizing I was sitting in the meeting room at the police station. The police chief's voice echoed through the room.
This is a tough case, and we've paid a high price. I've received orders from above to transfer this case to another team.
Seeing me raise my hand, everyone, including Rafa, looked at me in surprise. Chief, please give me a chance. I want to finish what Xavier started. It was nearly midnight in my bedroom, and I was packing my bags to leave for Italy, while Rafa paced back and forth incessantly.
It's too dangerous, Ada. Let another team take over.
I know, you've said that 1,000 times already, but I have to do this. Faced with my determination, Rafa kicked the chair in frustration, only to end up whining about his sore foot. So, you in or what?
Of course. Because we're a team.
Yes, because we're a team. Xavier, I won't let your sacrifice be in vain. When I arrived in Italy and received Xavier's belongings, the first thing I looked for was his phone. I scrolled through the call history, trying to find anything unusual. There was a strange number I didn't recognize. Without thinking, I dialed it.
Hello?
Oh, hi! I received a complaint about your clogged drain this morning. I'm sending someone over.
Sorry, you've got the wrong number.
Wait a second, you're Colton Kay, the lawyer, right? My documents say so.
No, I'm Paul, a fashion designer. You've got the wrong number. Goodbye.
He hung up abruptly. How rude. But no worries, I got what I needed. A fashion designer. Why was Xavier contacting him? I started researching Paul online, and soon enough, I had almost all the information on him. Paul was an up-and-coming fashion designer, but his work was unlike anything I'd ever seen. Weird. I couldn't understand why his designs were getting so much praise. I found articles hinting at his rapid uprise in the fashion industry. Someone's backing him. Gotta grab something to eat. What to eat in Italy? I picked up the phone and called Rafa. We had dinner at a cozy restaurant. I twirled a fork full of pasta alla carbonara while Rafa cut into his Florentine steak. I'm joining Fashion Week next week.
What?
Paul's collection is featured there. It's the best way to get close to him. Rafa frowned deeply, shaking his head.
He's got a lot of bodyguards. Too risky.
That's why I need your help. The plan is to pose as a guest couple. You distract the bodyguards, and I'll charm Paul with my legs. Oh my gosh, imagining myself in a long slit dress is making me nervous.
Sounds like a James Bond movie. Oh, almost forgot. Got you something.
I opened the box to find a beautiful sparkling necklace.
I passed by a shop and thought it would suit you. Wear it with a slit dress.
Wow, I just realized my shy friend was quite thoughtful. Fashion Week night arrived. We walked into the grand hall and it was packed. But I quickly spotted my target, Paul standing right there. I walked towards him, muttering some Italian phrases I'd quickly learned online. Buonasera, come sta? Rafa had successfully distracted Paul's bodyguards. Now I just needed to stumble into his arms. Ah! And when someone caught me, I slowly opened my eyes, trying to make it a romantic moment. But it was one of his bodyguards. He was surrounded by another group of guards that appeared out of nowhere. Why did a fashion designer need so many bodyguards? As I walked down the hallway, racking my brain for another plan, my eyes landed on the bizarre outfits. A bold idea flashed through my mind. I stepped onto the runway before they could realize I was an imposter. Spotting Paul in the VIP row, I confidently strutted my stuff, feeling fabulous and getting a great response from the audience. From an agent to a professional model, too easy for me. When the show ended, many designers approached me saying I was a promising new face, but Paul walked over and pulled me towards him.
She's my star.
He grabbed my hand and led me away from the crowd. I looked back and signaled Rafa that the plan was a success, then left with Paul. I felt like I was playing with fire, sensing danger at every turn. Paul led me to a deserted parking lot, and I knew Rafa was following close behind. The eerie quietness was a stark contrast to the lively event we just left. Without warning, Paul grabbed my arm and shoved me against a car. Suspicion replaced the charm on his face.
You're American. Who are you really?
His strong hand squeezed my cheek, forcing me to look straight into his piercing eyes. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm just a nobody model. I thought this fashion event would be my chance to get noticed. Paul stared deep into my eyes. Was he trying to see if I was lying? I faked a pained look, my eyes welling up. After what felt like an eternity, Paul's grip loosened.
I believe you. Don't disappoint me.
Of course not. With the tension momentarily eased, his attitude softened and we returned to the main event. Over the next few weeks, I followed Paul to various fashion events across Italy. My main goal was to track his every move, but many people began seeing me as Paul's muse, saying we made a beautiful pair. We strolled through the enchanting streets of Milan, our laughter echoing through the grand halls of Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II as we admired the luxurious shops and elegant cafes. I couldn't deny that Paul and I were growing closer. One sunny afternoon, Paul shared his favorite spot with me, the tranquil garden of Villa Borghese in Rome.
This is where I come to escape.
We rented a rowboat and glided across the serene lake. It truly was a peaceful place. Paul smiled, his eyes reflecting the dappled sunlight.
I'm glad you like it.
Then he leaned in and kissed me. That moment felt timeless, floating in the quiet of the garden. Becoming Paul's girlfriend was part of my plan, but now I couldn't control my feelings. When I got back to the hotel, Rafa was waiting for me in the lobby, and he didn't look happy.
So you and the designer guy are a thing now?
That was our initial goal, but wait, how did you know?
Just a guess, but I still have to warn you. It's best not to get involved in this.
We've come this far, Rafa. I shut the door while he continued trying to convince me to return to the States. I needed to stay focused on the job. A few days later, I followed Paul to a restaurant in Venice. Before dessert arrived, he received a call and excused himself. I trailed him silently and found him in a small hidden bar down a narrow alley. My heart pounded as I tried to blend into the shadows. Paul was sitting with someone obscured by the wall.
Are you sure this is safe for the organization? Absolutely, but we need to speed up the process.
I inched closer, my breath catching as I nearly saw the man with the deep voice talking to Paul. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my shoulder.
Hey, who are you?
I turned to see one of the henchmen, his face a mix of surprise and anger. Panic surged through me. I was just looking for the restroom.
Restroom? In a place like this?
Well, you know, when nature calls, I have to answer.
Nice try, lady. Who are you and what are you doing here?
He raised his fist, starting to menace me. With my strength, I couldn't take him down here. All right, you got me. I'm actually here to taste the secret underground lasagna. I'm a Michelin inspector. For a second, it seemed like he believed me, but...
No, you're not going anywhere.
As he grabbed my wrist, I yanked my hand away and darted into the narrow alley, adrenaline coursing through my veins. The henchman's shouts echoed behind me, but I didn't look back. At that moment, I thought he might catch me, so I just kept running as fast as I could. I fumbled for my phone, trying to call Rafa for help. Rafa, help me! I'm being chased!
Huh? Where are you?
Near the Rialto market. Hurry! I dashed around a corner, nearly colliding with a street vendor.
I don't know if I can get there in time.
I need you! I screamed, but the line went dead. Frustration flooded me, mixed with fear that gripped my heart. I was completely alone! I hiked up my dress and ran in panic. The chase created an uproar in the small Italian street in the middle of the night.
Catch her! Hurry!
Think, Ada, think! I reached the Rialto market, unsure whether to go left or right. My eyes spotted a crowd gathering around a street performer. I quickly blended into the sea of people. One of the henchmen ran past but didn't see me. My phone buzzed again, startling me. This time it was a message from Paul.
Where are you? Are you mad at me and left early?
I sighed in relief, lucky not to have been discovered. This time, I narrowly escaped death. More than that, I felt disappointed in my friend Rafa. I returned to the hotel, slamming the door shut behind me. I pulled out my phone and called the chief. His authoritative voice answered on the second ring.
Ada, I've been waiting for your update. How are things?
I was chased by the henchmen of the guy Paul I was meeting. I managed to escape, but it was close.
You did well, Ada.
I overheard their conversation about a mole in our force. They knew exactly where to find me and when.
This complicates things, Ada. Do you have any leads on who it might be?
I hesitated, thinking about Rafa's strange behavior when I needed help. I hate to say this, but I don't know yet. I'll try to find out.
Be careful, Ada. Call me if you need anything.
I hung up and collapsed onto the bed, my mind blank as if waking up from a long coma. Only Rafa knew I was dining with Paul there. As for Paul, despite the danger, I had to maintain my cover and relationship with him. One evening, Paul and I attended an extravagant party in a luxurious villa by Lake Como. The elite guests chatted merrily while sipping fine champagne. As we walked through the crowd, a tall man entered the room. The atmosphere turned tense immediately. The murmurs died down to silence. Even Paul, usually so composed, seemed wary of this man. Who is he?
That's Lorenzo. He's important. Stay close to me.
I nodded, filing away the information. Lorenzo was clearly a big shot in the criminal underworld. The party continued and I noticed a group, including Paul, being called into a private room with Lorenzo. The target was within reach. I couldn't miss this chance. I followed them from a considerable distance. As I was about to approach the door, a burly guard stepped in front of me, blocking my path.
This area's off limits.
I got lost. I looked at his face, almost screaming when I recognized him as the one who spotted me the night before. But he didn't seem to recognize me. So the man Paul had met in secret that night was Lorenzo.
Are you sure this is safe for the organization?
I found a secluded corner of the villa and activated a listening device, something I had planned to stick on the sole of Paul's shoe beforehand. Paul's muffled voice came through, discussing something with Lorenzo. I listened, too tense to breathe. But suddenly, the conversation stopped.
What is this? Who dared to plant a listening device? I know nothing about it, sir.
The signal was cut off. They had discovered it, but how? I quickly stashed my phone and returned to the party, trying to calm my racing thoughts. This was bad. Paul returned at the same time, and I tried to look as calm as possible when I saw his face struggling to hide his anger. He walked up to me, gripping my arm tightly.
We need to talk.
Before I could leave, Lorenzo and his henchmen filled the room. They were searching for the person who had planted the listening device on Paul's shoe, and the one holding the other part of the device is me. I had to find a way to escape, but the main door was guarded. Not even a fly could get through. At that moment, I noticed a familiar face in the crowd. Rafa, dressed as a waiter, carrying a tray of drinks. He was heading straight for Lorenzo and his men. Rafa made his move. He tripped, spilling the tray at Paul's feet, then clung to his leg.
I'm sorry,
Before Rafa could finish his sentence, he received a powerful kick from one of the henchmen.
I didn't mean anything, I swear! I dropped it and it accidentally got stuck in his shoe!
Despite his weak resistance, they dragged him away. I tried to follow, but Paul stopped me, looking at me with eyes that felt like 1,000 daggers stabbing my heart.
He needs to learn a lesson, but he'll be taken to the hospital.
That night, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't bear the thought of losing another friend. I had misunderstood Rafa. He had sacrificed himself just to protect me. I needed to end this as quickly as possible. The next morning, I went to Paul's office when he wasn't there. I began rummaging through his drawers and desk, searching for anything that could link him to the mafia. But I froze when I saw a file with Xavier's name on it. When I opened it, my breath caught in my throat. There were reports, photos, and detailed surveillance records of Xavier. Anger surged through me as I realized that Paul knew Xavier was an agent and might have been the one who harmed my friend. Footsteps approached and I quickly hid under the large desk. Paul moved around the room and stopped right in front of the desk. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, silence. My phone buzzed as Paul was tidying up the files right above me. Then he left the room. I pulled out my phone and saw a message from him.
Dinner tonight? Private rooftop restaurant overlooking the Amalfi Coast. Just the two of us.
I knew I had to keep a cool head. I quickly left the office, making sure no one saw me. I arrived at the rooftop restaurant, the spectacular view of the Amalfi Coast contrasting sharply with the chaos inside me. Paul was already there, looking relaxed and charming. He flashed a smile that could make any girl swoon. Paul pulled out a chair for me to sit down, but he didn't return to his seat immediately. He gently removed the necklace from my neck and placed it in a secure box, much to my surprise.
This isn't just jewelry. It's a tracking and listening device.
What do you mean?
Ada, I work for MI6, and I'm on a mission to expose this crime organization. I know everything about you, and you need to know you've been attacking the wrong person.
MI6? Wait.
I wasn't the last person to see Xavier. I was trying to help him. Lorenzo is indeed the head of the organization, but his most trusted subordinate is still hiding in the shadows.
I took a deep breath, trying to process everything. But how did you know about the necklace?
The phone signal always got static whenever I called you. But more than that, I believe the person we're looking for is someone you know well.
Who?
Who gave you the necklace?
My mind reeled. I was at a loss for words.
Rafa. He's been tracking you through the necklace. That's why they've always been one step ahead of you.
But he saved me at the party. He got beaten because of that.
That's how the organization keeps its members hidden in plain sight.
Suddenly, Paul stepped closer and placed a reassuring hand on my trembling shoulder.
I know this is all a shock, but tomorrow, when you visit the hospital, don't wear the necklace. If Rafa asks about it, you know what to do next.
Paul helped me stand and held me tightly until my shaking subsided. I knew I had to face this, no matter how harsh the truth was. The next day, I went to the hospital and found Rafa laying on the bed, his face still bruised in places.
Ada, how are you holding up?
Still haven't found anything new, but you should take care of yourself first. Enjoy playing the hero saving the damsel, huh?
I'm as strong as an ox. By the way, where's your necklace?
Even though I had prepared for this, my heart sank. I forgot to put it on this morning. Why do you care about it?
Just curious. That's all.
I moved closer, placing my hand on his cheek and looking straight into his eyes. Unable to hold back my tears, I ran to the bathroom and cried uncontrollably. In just a few seconds, I knew the years of friendship between us had completely crumbled. When I came out, Rafa was gone. He hadn't gone far with his unhealed wounds. I chased Rafa to an abandoned warehouse by the docks in Naples. I cautiously stepped inside, gripping my gun tightly.
Rafa, come out! We need to talk!
From behind a stack of wooden crates, Rafa emerged, his face streaked with tears.
Ada, please! I had no choice! They threatened my family!
I kept my gun aimed at him, but my hand was shaking. Meanwhile, Rafa collapsed to his knees right in front of me.
You betrayed us! You betrayed Xavier!
I never wanted to!
Please, understand!
My resolve wavered and I started to lower the gun, just as Rafa lunged at me, knocking it out of my hand.
I told you to stay out of this! I warned you!
I scrambled to grab the gun again, but Rafa had already fled. Paul found me sitting dazed in the old warehouse. Knowing I'd let Rafa escape, he approached and urged,
We don't have much time. I received an urgent meeting message from the boss. An old villa overlooking the Mediterranean in Sicily.
We need to be there. This is our last chance to take him down. We drove through the night. When we reached Sicily, the sun was just rising. Outside the villa was eerily quiet. All I could hear was the distant crash of waves. The sky was always clear before the storm hit. The moment Paul opened the front door, I saw something flying straight at us. I only had time to push him to the floor.
Thank you. You're an excellent agent, Ada.
Thanks for the compliment.
You've arrived.
At the far end of the lavish room, Rafa stood beside the boss wearing a smug smile.
It's over, Paul. We know everything.
You hit well, little rat.
Immediately, the henchmen charged at us. Paul handled them while I had a bigger target, capturing the boss Lorenzo. But as I ran to the garden, Rafa blocked my way. We stood there, guns aimed at each other. Don't tell me! You did this to Xavier too! He was your friend!
I had no choice, Ada. He got too close. If not him, it would have been me.
As Rafa let his guard down, I tackled him to the ground. I could have avenged Xavier right then, making him suffer as Xavier did. My finger trembled on the trigger, and I fired. The bullet hit the ground right next to Rafa's head. He winced from the ringing in his ears.
Checkmate, little agent. Let him go and hand over the gun.
In a fight, if you're not strong, you become the prey. I had no choice but to comply. Rafa stood up, aiming his gun at me.
Finish her, just like you did with your brave friend.
I looked at Rafa, tears of frustration welling up. I couldn't believe I might die here today.
I'm sorry, Ada.
But he shot the boss in the leg, causing him to collapse. The adrenaline in my veins gave me the strength to kick the gun away. Paul arrived just in time, capturing the boss Lorenzo. The fight had exhausted us all, and the members of the organization were taken to the police station. As Rafa passed by me, he stopped, his voice choked with emotion.
I wish I could take it all back.
You can't. But you can start over. Rafa smiled at me before being led away. Paul approached, breaking the heavy atmosphere.
How about we take a break from work? There's a great place I know, right on the coast.
Peaceful like Villa Borghese?
Absolutely.
Paul grabbed my hand and we ran towards the sea, where the sunlight danced on the Mediterranean like golden ribbons.
On Valentine's Day, my boyfriend Edward and I were standing under the beautiful sunset sky. Suddenly, he gave me a huge gift box. When I opened it, I saw a large bouquet of black roses and a fancy ring box inside. Are you proposing to me? Just open it. I closed my eyes with a satisfied smile, then opened the ring box. But inside, there was a small piece of paper with the message, "Welcome to Dumpsville, population U." Needless to say, I was beyond shocked. Yeah, it was fun, but we gotta break up. I found a new girl. She's richer and more beautiful than you. Look. Saying that, Edward coldly left. I desperately held on to him, but he yanked away. When I tried to run after him, I accidentally bumped into the waiter, causing his plate of soup to fall on my head. Ew. Hi, I'm Amy. As you can see, I got dumped by my boyfriend right on Valentine's Day because of a side chick. If I had a chance to meet her, I would definitely have her taste her own medicine. 3 months later, I went to my grandpa's house in the suburbs of Washington for my summer vacation. When I was picking grapes in front of the gate, suddenly a luxury car rammed into it. What the heck? A pretty girl in pink holding a small dog got out of the car while screaming non-stop. She accidentally stepped on cow dung and shouted, "Ew, what the hell is under my shoes? Maid, wipe it." She dared to call me a maid? When I was about to give her a piece of my mind, my grandpa appeared. He lovingly hugged the man behind her. "It's good to see you, Master." "Good to see you, too. I'm sending Kimberly here this summer to study the family business." Turns out that nasty girl's father owned a winery and he was a loyal customer of my grandpa's famous grapes. Seeing that, I politely greeted the girl. "Hi, I'm Amy." Contrary to my goodwill, she pouted and took off her sunglasses. Wait, she looked familiar. Isn't that Edward's new girlfriend? I looked at her dumbfounded while Master Kevin asked my grandpa to teach his daughter how to behave and have gratitude. I wanted to stop them, but I couldn't. My grandpa had already agreed, and from then on, it was decided that Kimberly would live at our house. That sucks. And what's even worse is that we had to share a room. She looked at me haughtily. Ew, this room is yucky. And you're gonna sleep on the sofa, right? What? I angrily threw the luggage at her. It's you who has to sleep on the sofa. As my grandpa walked in, she began to demand in an arrogant voice, as if he were her servant. I want my own room with a city view and a private dressing room. Coffee must be served daily. Young lady, we don't have them. Please be nice and endure us. She got so mad about that. So that night we were forced to sleep together even though we didn't like it one bit. Kimberly even snored unlike a lady. When I turned around to complain, I realized that she was even sleepwalking and just stood there staring at me. Scared, I ran outside and stayed up all night. The next morning, my grandpa asked us to go grape picking. When I had finished collecting grapes and turned to my basket, the grapes had disappeared. Kimberly had eaten most of them. God, how could Edward love this vulgar person? I furiously shouted at her. Give me back my grapes. Ahem. Suddenly, my grandpa appeared behind us. He was displeased at our result and punished us both for slacking, even though I worked diligently. Ugh, Kimberly must pay for this. I knew she was most afraid of filth, so the next day I took Kimberly to bathe the goats. Why do I have to do that? Getting fed up with her unreasonable attitude, I threw the money over and grunted, "If you want food on your table, you must work." She sighed and walked into the goat stable in her 4-inch heels. As I planned, the goats smelled the stranger smell from her and panicked. One even began to attack Kimberly. From the outside, I casually watched her run around the stable in her fancy high heels. Amy, save me! Haha, that's for stealing others' boyfriends. Suddenly, a family photo fell from her pocket, but the goats kept stepping on it. She rushed to the mud and didn't hesitate to save the photo, but unfortunately, it had gotten dirty and torn. Kimberly burst into tears. Realizing that maybe I was overdoing it, I ran over to help her, but Kimberly swatted my hand away. Just leave. Feeling guilty, I decided to secretly take her photo to fix it and return it by the morning. When she saw the fixed photo for the first time, I saw happiness in her eyes as she thanked me. After that, Kimberly sat down and told me everything. My dad's always busy and barely has time for me. When my parents divorced, he left me to my mom and sent us money from time to time. Unfortunately, Kimberly's mom used all of that money to feed her gambling habit. Hearing that, I started feeling sorry for Kimberly. After that day, we got more sympathetic towards each other and stopped fighting. I taught her how to pick grapes, and our time together went peacefully. Slowly, Kimberly changed from a spoiled rich girl who was afraid of getting dirty to a green thumb who enjoyed playing with goats and carrying grapes, although it was by putting them in her brand new Chanel bag. Kimberly and I became closer, and I even forgot why I disliked her in the first place. Until one day, when I was walking by the lake behind my house, I noticed a couple hugging and kissing. They were Kimberly and Edward. Come see me tomorrow night. Love you. Love you more. So after all this time, I was the only one who was delusional about this friendship? I left in hurt and anger with a wicked intention brewing in my heart. They would pay for betraying me. The next morning, I went to their dating spot and climbed the tree to hang a bucket of paint on the branch. Later, Edward came. He kept looking at his watch and pacing around impatiently. Soon enough, Kimberly ran up to him and hugged him tightly. She even brought a bag of grapes for Edward. What happened next shook me to the core. Suddenly, Edward drugged Kimberly and she immediately lost consciousness. From behind the big tree, a woman stepped out and laughed. What a stupid daughter. Love is blind indeed. I did as you said. Now give me 1/3 of that money. Oh my God, they conspired to kidnap Kimberly. Her mom had always wanted more money from her dad. What a devil. Then Kimberly's mom told Edward to put her daughter in the car. However, the moment he brought her up, Suddenly, the bucket of paint spilled and fell on top of him. Who did this? When they were still struggling with the paint, I quickly climbed down to carry Kimberly and ran away in panic. Both of them furiously chased after me. I was running and screamed in terror, "Kim, wake up!" But I accidentally tripped on a branch and fell to the ground. Both of them slowly approached us. Edward was ready to hurt me. "What stupid girls. I'm going to teach both of you a lesson." Out of nowhere, a cane flew directly at Edward's head, causing him to faint on the spot. My grandpa and Kimberly's dad had come to our rescue. My grandpa had called Master Kevin when he sensed the danger. They found us thanks to the trail of grapes that fell from Kimberly's bag. Kim's mom quickly ran away in fear, but I was faster. I grabbed Kimberly's bag and threw it at her head, causing her to fall to the ground, and was quickly restrained by her ex-husband. We were finally saved. In the end, Edward and the wicked mother were both punished by the law. After staying at my house, Kimberly gradually changed for the better. Later, I learned that she dated Edward without knowing that he was in a relationship with me, so we were both just his victims. We're fine now. No more lunatics can ruin our friendship.
That evening, my new boyfriend Tommy invited my mom and me to his house for dinner. As soon as he went to the kitchen, my mom's eyes lit up. To my horror, she boldly put all the silverware on his shelf into her bag. "Mom, don't do that!" Without a single care, she kept collecting those silverware enthusiastically. Suddenly, Tommy said,
"What do you want for drink?"
Only then did my mom startle and push the bag towards me reflexly. What the? Right at this moment, Tommy returned.
"Don't leave me out of the fun. What are you two doing?"
But with the heavy bag in my hand and the missing silverware, it wasn't hard to come to the conclusion that we had stolen from him. Tommy angrily kicked us out of his house, and of course, our budding love story quickly ended on a sour note. Hi everyone, my name's Cindy. I'm a 17-year-old New York girl. As you can see, my mom is a thief. Since my dad passed away 1 year ago, my mom, Maggie, lost control over her stealing behavior and had been stealing on a regular basis. She was the reason my life was completely turned upside down. Things got worse when my mom and I had to attend a school fair. We set up a small juice stand, but I had to serve alone while my mom went sightseeing. Suddenly, I saw her eyes sparkle as she looked at a nearby cake stand. Ah, she must be hungry. I approached her and patted her shoulder. "Shall we get lunch, Mom?" My son tapped on the shoulder, startled her so much that a bunch of cakes fell from her shirt. Suddenly, Tommy, now my ex-boyfriend, and also the owner of the cake stand ran over.
"Catch that thief!"
My mom quickly grabbed my hand and pulled me to run, but after a few steps, I tripped and fell on her, sending both of us to the ground. The fall caused my mom's bag to burst open, and many unfamiliar items dropped out, even someone's Versace bag. In the blink of an eye, a lot of parents had surrounded us while yelling, "These are ours!" My mom was caught red-handed, and yet she didn't care at all and just put them back in her bag. After apologizing to everyone at the fair, we returned home. I was unable to contain my anger anymore. "Can you please stop embarrassing me? I have no friends because of you!" She suddenly burst into tears and started smashing things while screaming at me.
"Just shut up! You're nothing but the child of that man and his ex-wife! Go back to your real mother!"
Then she threw me a picture of a woman. Behind the picture was her address and her name, Maria. I was shocked. I didn't expect her to be so heartless. I cried while holding the picture. "Fine, I don't want to be with a thief either!" After that, I went back to my room to pack up my things and leave. Following the address of my biological mom, I found myself in New Jersey. After I told my real mom everything, she hugged me tightly. "Are you Cindy? That witch Maggie took you from me for 17 years. Maria said that since my dad married my stepmom, she had forbidden her to see me again. Maggie was just too horrible. From then on, I decided to live under the same roof as my real mom. Speaking of her, she was an amateur photographer who had lived on state subsidies for many years. Just a few days after I moved here, she had already run out of money for food. In order to make money, she begged me to be her photo model. "You're really pretty, my child. With just a little makeup, you look like a real model." Seeing me hesitate, she burst into tears. "Do you want me to steal like Maggie to feed us?" I sighed. How could I let her follow in the footsteps of my other mom? In the end, I agreed to her request. It was amazing how the amateur pictures she took of me became so famous. Right after that, she told me to accept all kinds of advertising offers, leaving me with no time to rest. Once, because I was exhausted, I overslept, causing my photo shoot to be postponed. This got her crazy. Don't make this stupid mistake again or we'll starve to death. At times like these, I thought of Maggie. Even though she was a thief, she would never force me to do anything I didn't like, let alone overwork me like this. Realizing that I hadn't contacted my stepmom for a long time, I immediately called her, but there was no signal. Had she really abandoned me? So 18 years of living together was nothing to her after all? After that, bad things kept happening to me. During a photo shoot, I couldn't get rid of the feeling that someone was watching me. After the photo shoot ended, when my mom and I were on our way home, a guy suddenly blocked us. It was Tommy.
Cindy, darling, remember me? What if I told everyone about your stealing mother? It would surely ruin your reputation.
My mom quickly covered Tommy's mouth and dragged him into a corner. What do you want from us? Tommy burst out laughing.
Easy. Make me famous too and I'll keep my mouth shut.
Deal. After Tommy left, I questioned her. Why did you accept his ridiculous request? She immediately held my hand to reassure me. Don't worry, I have a plan. It'll be over soon. Or do you want us to starve and be miserable again? Oh, fine. Come on, Cindy. You just need to put up with him for a while. The next day, the fake rumor about me dating Tommy that my mom spread became a hot search. However, it still wasn't enough for Tommy. That greedy bastard wanted me to get him an advertising contract. Thanks to my mom's arrangement, he was allowed to join me in a photo shoot. Gosh, she was too patient with him. If it was me, the moment he made that request, I'd give him a punch. Not only that, the photo shoot that day could have gone smoothly if he hadn't whispered in my ear.
Babe, kiss me. We'll become famous overnight.
Oh my god! I tried to dodge his ugly pouting lips, but unfortunately I lost my balance. In the moment of panic, I grabbed his sleeve, causing it to tear, which only enraged him further. He pushed me down mercilessly.
How dare you, you stupid tramp!
Tommy had definitely pushed my limit. I stood up, angrily threw the torn sleeve at his face. Cut your crap, bastard!
Watch your mouth. Don't make me spill your secret.
How ridiculous. He thinks I'm scared of him? I took off my shoes and chased him around the studio. It wasn't until his clothes were in tatters that I brushed my hand and walked away. When I got home, my mom screamed at me. You've brought ruins upon us! Indeed, Tommy had revealed all the scandalous truth about my other mom, Maggie, causing all my advertising contracts to be cancelled. You're so useless! I shouldn't have taken you back but let you stick with that ill woman! I was stunned at what she said. What do you mean? It turned out that Maggie didn't steal me from Maria. The truth is, Maria abandoned me and Maggie decided to raise me. Later, Maggie found out that she was suffering from kleptomania, an uncontrollable recurrent urge to steal, so she begged Maria to take care of me for a while so she went away to treat it. But in her anger, she made it like she chased me away. Oh gosh, for so long I didn't realize her selflessness and only thought about myself. I had never truly tried to understand the person who loved me the most. If you don't know how to obey, get the hell out of my house! I never expected my real mother to be such a loathsome person! So without hesitation, I packed up all my things. Seeing that, Maria immediately pulled me back. Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I got blinded by rage. If you leave, I'll be starved again. But it was too late. I pushed her hand away. From now on, don't ever call me your daughter! After that, I tried to get back to Maggie as soon as possible. I deeply regret the way I had treated her all this time. When I found her, I hugged her tightly. I'm sorry, Mom. I should have understood your suffering. She burst into tears of happiness and hugged me tightly. After that, we went through psychotherapy together, and now her condition is much better. That night, the very moment I set foot inside my house, everything became chaotic. The smell of alcohol hit me so strongly that I almost fainted. On the sofa, I saw my mom holding a bottle of wine while lying and snoring. Then I tripped over a beer bottle and fell on her. Mom, why are you so drunk and messy? She angrily threw the bottle of wine on the ground, causing it to shatter. Shut up! If you can't stand it, go live with your filthy rich dad. Dad? She never told me about him. I tried to shake her awake to ask about him, but she suddenly vomited on me. Ew! Hi, I'm Selena, 17 years old. Before I tell you my story, please like and subscribe. I live with Claire, my single mother in Los Angeles. Mom is an alcoholic and a gambler. She often blamed my dad for abandoning her. Although she never talked much about him, I was always curious about my dad. The next morning, I was cleaning up her mess when suddenly she screamed at the top of her lungs and threw the paper away. I ran over to check on her, only to find her laughing like a maniac. That old fart is finally looking for his child. It's time for you to meet your father, dear. I picked up the newspaper to see what she was talking about. On it was an article about a billionaire called Harry, who was looking for his lost daughter. What do you mean? Yep, take this and go to him. Mom gave me a necklace on which hers and Harry's names were engraved and told me to go to the address listed in the newspaper. A few days later, I packed my things and went to find my dad as instructed. When I arrived and was awestruck by the sight of a giant mansion, a car approached me, then a haughty-looking girl stepped down. She opened the door and accidentally hit me. Ouch! Get lost, peasant! You just bumped into the heavenly lady of this mansion? Oh, please, don't tell me. That's my stepsister? Another elegant girl appeared and asked hurriedly, "Are you Mrs. Clare's daughter?" I was about to answer when the other rude girl interrupted. "Yes, it's me. I'm Mr. Harry's lost daughter." What? Is she faking me? In order not to let them go inside, I blocked the gate with my foot. Ouch! Wait, I'm the real daughter. They got stunned and looked at me in silence. That rude girl immediately cursed me angrily and was ready to beat me up when the beautiful girl intervened. Okay, stop! Stop arguing. I'm Ellen, Mr. Harry's firstborn. I can't tell who's truly his other daughter, so before he returns, you two should stay here. We were then placed in 2 rooms. The girl who was pretending to be me was Jolly, also a Los Angeles girl. She kept following Ellen and trying to get on her good side. As for me, I was still feeling very confused and out of place in that big mansion. I decided to call my mom to let her know that someone was impersonating me. Mom, I got some news. Did you get the money from him? I'm not here to get his money. So don't call me. Then she abruptly turned off the phone. It hurt me tremendously to see that Mom really didn't care about me at all. While thinking about my mysterious father, a powerful gust of wind suddenly blew, making the coconut on the tree fall. Ah! Be careful! A guy rushed over to push me away and took the coconut in my place. It hit his leg painfully. Oh gosh. To thank the nice guy, I tried to give him first aid while getting to know him. He introduced himself as Lowen, a beach lifeguard who was acquainted with Mr. Harry. Feeling that I could trust him, I told him my story.
I heard that a lot of people have come here just to take his money. Are you?
No, I just want to help my parents reconcile so my mom can change. After that, we talked all night and got to know each other more. Ever since that day, Lowen became my only friend at the mansion. I often go to the beach to chat with him, and he advised me to beware of the fake heiresses. As expected, the fake heiress would use every means to drive the real one away. Jolly started setting me up every chance she got. Once, when Ellen was lying by the pool, she asked me, "Selena, can you apply sunscreen to me, please?" I happily agreed, then took the sunscreen on the table to put it on her. However, when the cream touched her skin immediately turned blue. No matter how hard I scrubbed it, it wouldn't come off. Selena, what did you put on me? Ellen ran inside in panic, leaving me standing there in utter confusion. Suddenly, I saw Jolly hiding behind a door and holding a jar of sunscreen that looked exactly the same as the one I applied to Ellen. She smirked and left in silence. Another time, Ellen invited me to go kayaking on the beach. As she went to change, Jolly secretly climbed into the kayak and grabbed my paddle board. "Give it to me! I'll go with Ellen!" Are you crazy? We fought each other so fiercely that the boat flipped. Neither of us could swim and we both slowly drowned, but thankfully, we were rescued in time and brought to the ER soon after. Lowen worriedly came to visit me after learning that I almost drowned. When I told him what happened, he was furious.
Do you have anything else to prove that you're his daughter?
Hearing this, I suddenly remembered the necklace my mom gave me. God, how could I forget it? If I had shown it in the first place, Ellen would have kicked that fake witch out of the mansion. After I was discharged, I immediately returned home to find my necklace. But when I arrived, I saw Jolly throwing my things in the pool. What the heck are you doing? Get lost, stupid! Jolly smiled proudly and she took out my mom's necklace. I already showed this to Ellen. Then she whispered in my ear that she had overheard the whole conversation between me and Lowen at the hospital. She was discharged earlier than me, so she was able to come back and steal my necklace. I angrily snatched my luggage from her and we got into a huge fight. Ellen quickly appeared and shouted, Enough, Selena! There's no place for you here anymore! I sadly packed my things and dragged my suitcase out of the mansion. Suddenly, someone called Ellen. After she answered the phone, her face got extremely pale. Jolly, Dad got into an accident on his way home. Let's go to the hospital. Worried about my dad, I decided to secretly follow them. When we got there, the doctor informed us that Mr. Harry had a rare O blood type and he needed a donor urgently. Ellen immediately took Jolly for a blood test, and although nobody paid me any attention, I still asked the doctor for a blood test as well. While waiting for the results, I saw Jolly's face turn pale. Ellen was holding the test result while yelling at her. Jolly, why does Dad have O blood type and yet you have AB type? She looked scared, but Ellen kept questioning her relentlessly. Jolly angrily snapped. Let go of me! I'm not his daughter, okay? Then she pulled away and Ellen fell to the ground. In a flash, Jolly had vanished. I ran over to help Ellen up. Right at this time, the doctor happily informed me that I had the same blood type as Mr. Harry. Thanks to that info, my dad was saved. Jolly was also arrested soon after. After Dad had recovered, we visited him daily. I was so emotional that I hugged him tightly. And yet, the doctor told us another shocking news. I am not his biological daughter. I simply had the same rare blood type as him. As it turned out, my horrible mom lied to both Mr. Harry and me so she could sneak into his property. The day my dad was discharged from the hospital, I also packed my things and left the mansion. When I went out the door, I saw my mom waiting outside. She eagerly took my hand. So, has he given you the inheritance, right? Stop lying, Mom! I know he's not my biological father! So what? Why don't you just go along and trick that old fool? She angrily pushed me, causing me to fall backwards. Fortunately, someone caught me from behind. It was Mr. Harry. He coldly threw a pile of money at my mom.
Take this and stay away from Selena. Don't ever take advantage of her again.
My mom ecstatically took the money. Not only did she get what she wanted, but she also got rid of me. Then Mr. Harry thanked me for saving his life and offered to adopt me so I could escape from my cruel mother. But I
know you're a good person. My assistant told me everything.
At this time, Dad's assistant appeared. He was none other than Lowen. They held my hand.
Will you agree to stay with me, daughter?
After the happiest moment of my life, I soon learned that my mom had gone broke because of her addiction to gambling and is now pursued by the Lowen sharks. As for me, I'm spending a wonderful time with my new dad and learning the family business from Ellen and Lowen, who will soon become colleagues in the future.